Welcome to Still Standing. My name is Nakaira McCann, and today our guest is Lashae Wallace. And Lashae, thank you for being here. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing okay. How are you doing?
I am good. I'm so excited to have you here. You are an awesome woman of God, and I'm so grateful that you were able to come on and share your story and your insights about life. So thank you for being here. So we're just going to start. Can you just tell me a little bit about yourself?
Okay, so my name is Lashae Wallace. I am 30 years old. I was born in Washington, D.C. My dad was at medical school at Howard University when I was born, and my mom was doing her job working for the government. They met at South Carolina State, and we moved up to D.C., moved to Illinois in first grade, grew up in Knoxville, Tennessee from sixth grade to graduated in high school, went to East Tennessee State University, and graduated there with my Bachelor of Science in Sociology. And then when we moved I reside in Columbia, South Carolina. And I first started working at a camp with juvenile girls for 2 years in Aiken. And I loved that. That started my passion for counseling. And I did that for 2 years. And then I got my first book published in 2013.
Okay.
Titled Look at God. And after I did that, then I started out and I went to grad school, got my master's, and graduated from South Carolina State with my master's of counselor education in 2019. And then, that's just been my journey. So now I've been a middle school counselor for the past 3 years with four published books. And also I'm the oldest of four. So I have 4 siblings.
Wow, that's so exciting. Oh my God, you have your master's. That is amazing. First off, congratulations. Like what an accomplishment, That is so beautiful. And what grades are you a counselor over?
Elementary, so elementary through middle school, but I'm at a middle school.
Awesome. Well, that is so awesome. And you also mentioned that you're an author. So Let's sort of talk about that. I sort of have your book here. Season of Purpose. I ordered it from you and I started to read it, and I say, the way that you talk about God and your bond with God is just so inspiring, and it brought me so much joy with a moment in my life, and I'm just so grateful for that. So what brought on your passion to be an author?
So yes, started out at an early age. I would say I just tapped into my gift of encouraging other people. Probably freshman year of college, I just started texting all my friends, just encouraging scriptures and prayers and stuff. And they would just in return say I needed that. And it wasn't until my grandma, when I transferred from South Carolina State to East Tennessee State, my grandma was like, why don't you try journalism or something? And I was like, I tried it, but it wasn't as creative like I like writing. And I just started, I said I wanted to have a book published, and I was 21 when Look at God got published. And so it just really started out just with my gift of encouraging other people. And I just put my thoughts and journal entries into books. And now I have 4.
Wow, that is so awesome. So awesome. I'm so just inspired, the way you write and the way you sort of implement things in your writing is so encouraging. So you said you started at the age 20?
I was 17 when I really started writing for in my journals and everything, writing out my prayers. But my first book got published when I was 21.
Wow, that is so awesome. So awesome. So the book that I have, Season of Purpose, to me, it meant sort of purpose. That's such a powerful word in itself. It made me think I am somebody. I can be great. I can accomplish these great things in life, and I will have a season of purpose. And I'm just so grateful to have read this book, have started, and it's just so awesome. And thank you for being here. And we will be right back more with Lashae Wallace. Welcome back to Still Standing. I am Nakaira McCann, and today we have the wonderful, the amazing Lashae Wallace, author of 4 books. Lashae, thank you for being here once again. Thank you for sharing your story with us and your story to the world. It's such a powerful movement, and I'm happy to have you here. So we spoke about your books, and now I just wanted to get a little bit into what are some of the struggles that you had to encounter over your life or to be such an amazing author?
Yeah, so honestly, back in 2010, I went in a deep depression. Like you said, my second book, Season of Purpose, I was really seeking my purpose, and I was at South Carolina State, didn't know what I wanted to major in. At first, I started out biology, following after my dad's footsteps of trying to be a doctor or anything. And then when I transferred school, I just didn't have that sense of purpose, and I didn't know. And so my parents lived in Ohio at the time, and I just found myself just reading the Bible and seeking any kind of encouragement I could. And God definitely delivered me from being in a dark place and allowing me to shine light and help others that I was currently going through. So I would say the depression was one big thing. And I've overcome that, and I've been able to just continue to be a light and give God glory in all the situations. So Season of Purpose, I dedicated it to my grandma, and she had passed away in 2016. And so just kind of overcoming that and overcoming my depression, and then graduating from college when I didn't think I was going to graduate. Like I was just failing classes, and I didn't know if I was even going to graduate. So I didn't even invite anybody except for my grandma and my parents to come. And I just really overcame, and just to get my master's degree and keep going, and keep writing and keep going and just never giving up. That's just been one of my biggest struggles. And, sometimes I doubted myself or seen if anybody would believe in me, because I just had a dream. I just wanted to really just, give God all the glory in my life and let him use me. And he decided to use my life and my journey and to inspire other people, and the gift that he's given me to encourage other people. So I've been very blessed by that. Like I said, my first book title is called Look at God. The second one, Season of Purpose. The third one, It Started with a Promise. And the fourth one, Worship in the Wilderness, which I got published in the middle of a pandemic. So, yeah.
I mean, that was definitely a wilderness for us all, the pandemic, yes. Right? And yes. What an amazing worship in the wilderness. Even though we're going through this in the world, COVID now, where video, Zoom and everything, and to worship. I'm going to worship in the wilderness. I'm going to give God glory in the wilderness. I'm going to still honor him in the wilderness. And that's just such an amazing title. And I would love to read that one also. And so you said that you had a deep depression. So would you say that sort of your writing and everything sort of brought you out of that depression? Or what was the one thing that sort of brought you out of that depression that kept you to keep going forward?
Honestly, it was my faith in Jesus that healed me. When I opened up the word, when I opened up the Bible and saw his promises that he was speaking over my life, that really just changed everything for me. Listening to positive sermons, listening to, songs and stuff. My pastor is Travis Green, and, I love listening to his music. And it just really pulled me out of the pit. And so the word healed me.
Yeah. And your pastor is Travis Green. Oh my God, I love him. You made a way.
Yes, intentional.
Yes.
Yes.
He is so awesome. Oh my God.
Yes,
and for you to be under his leadership. Oh my God. That is so amazing. And that could attest to how you are so strong in God, coming from a pastor who's so strong in God also. Yes. That is so beautiful. So beautiful.
And his wife, Dr. Green, too. They've been, and they're really humble people, and they've really been a blessing in my life. So, I'm blessed to be under their cover. I tell them all the time how much they inspire me. And in return, he said, my faith has marked her. And, I'm truly blessed because I never would imagine being in the presence of like people that have inspired you, and like you've even inspired me. I saw your testimony shared on Good Morning America and stuff, and I just reached out to you, and you've really inspired me with your story. So God is good.
Yes, and he sort of has a way of connecting, like who would have known, like a year later or so, like now you're on my TV show and I purchased your book, and God is so amazing. He knows what he's doing when he put people in your life, and for whatever situation, circumstance, like God is totally amazing. And I'm just so grateful. Like, I don't think you understand. Like, I just want to tell you, like, the way you write about God on Facebook and your story and your books. Oh my God, it's so amazing. And you are such a great woman, and you have so much to offer to the world, and just don't give up. Keep going. There's so much in store for you, so much greatness in store for you, and just keep going. Just keep going. Yes. You're amazing. And so today we have on the show Lashae Wallace, author, wonderful woman of God, and where we will be right back after this message. Welcome back to Still Standing. We're so grateful that you're watching today. Today, we have author Lashae Wallace, such an amazing, powerful woman of God. Lashae, so today, just thank you for being here once again. And you've spoken about your books and just your story of how you've overcome your pastor, Travis Green, and his wife. And so we just want to get a little bit into something that's happened recently to you, and my condolences to you. And I was just praying throughout this situation for you, and it broke my heart, the news that you had shared that your brother was found in a lake. I'm so sorry that we have to talk about this, but can you just, if you're comfortable, just share what you like to share about it?
Yeah, so my baby brother, I'm the oldest of four. My baby brother's name is Theron Wallace, and it was Christmas Day that my mom called. I was going to come over to my parents' house, and we have a lake behind our house at Lake Carolina. And my mom had asked me in the morning, she was like, hey, can you go check in the backyard to see if the kayak is out there? And I was like, I looked and I didn't see it. Now, my brother, he's known to be into nature and be a free spirit and just want to meditate and everything. So as time went by, and like we have our tradition of sitting on the steps and seeing what Christmas means, and I have an 8-year-old nephew too, so we were really looking forward to opening presents and do that, but it shifted and turned into like a nightmare because like as time went by, my parents went out looking on the lake for him. Then we called the police and they started looking for him, and we still didn't see him. Then later on in the day, that afternoon, on Christmas afternoon, they were like, they found the kayak submerged underwater. They found the paddle, and they found one of his shoes. And so when they did that, we were still like looking for him. We didn't know. So we hired a private investigator. We had helicopters, dogs, but the search lasted for 11 days. And, And so it wasn't until January 4th that they did find his body in the lake, and they just ruled it an accidental drowning. So, our faith, our hearts were broken. Everything was just shifted. And I always want to say, I was really believing God for a miracle, but I had to realize that my baby brother, Theron, is the miracle. And I really definitely have supernatural faith and strength and peace, because this has been the toughest thing that we've ever had to face in our family. And he was only 20 years old. His birthday is actually this month on January 23rd. So it's just been a very difficult time, and his service is this Saturday. So just having to prepare for that, and it's just a celebration of his life. My other brother, I have a 25-year-old brother, and his birthday was the day after Christmas. So They were like twins. They were about 5 years apart, but they were like twins. So it was just really hard. And I have a sister that's 28. And so it's me, my sister, my 25-year-old brother, and Theron. And we are very, very close. We have I'm sure you've seen a lot of pictures and videos I've shared, but It's just really tough. So I can still go on because I know he's with Jesus, and I know that, he was a believer. I taught him so much. I felt like I practically raised him. So it's been a lot. But I just thank God for all the prayers and support. And I wouldn't be here sitting today with a smile on my face if I didn't know that he's with the Lord, and that, he's made such a tremendous impact and a blessing to this whole world. He was a psychology major. He was in the Air Force Reserves, so he really touched a lot of people, and he's really helped me increase my faith. I've got closer to God through this. And we always said we would never go low back. I would never go back to the depression that I was in before, because, I just know he just wants us to have so much more life to live. I have so much to look forward to. Oh, maybe getting married and have kids and all that. So, I have so much to look forward to. But I want to just continue to leave his legacy, and honestly, just give God the glory out of this. Because sometimes I was like, I don't understand your plan, Lord, but I trust you. And, now a lot of people have been inspired by my faith. It hasn't wavered. But yeah, so I just want to.
Wow. Wow. Yes. Glory be to God. Oh my God. Like, just seeing like how you went through this and how you just stood so strong in God, like that's so inspiring. And I also wanted to mention, I saw that your brother now has a scholarship available too. Can you speak a little bit about that?
Yes, so it's at University of South Carolina in Aiken. It's called Theron Wallace Memorial Scholarship Fund for any psychology major that can maintain a 2.5 GPA. You can call, I'll make sure you get the information that you can call and a secure credit card to that, or you can mail a check to the school in his name. So I'll make sure you get all that information. But yeah, we just really wanted to just continue his legacy of just like the way he thought about things. He was definitely a deep thinker, and he was very spiritual, and he just loved the way, like he would always challenge you, and he was different. He was very
awesome. Well, thank you for sharing that. And it's so, even though it was probably a dark moment, but it's so inspiring. Like, it shined the light in so many lives around the world and has blessed my life. And your brother is so inspiring, and may he always continue to live on, and through you and your inspiration and your family. So just thank you so much for sharing. And we will be right back more with Lashae Wallace. Welcome back to Still Standing. Today it has been such an inspirational message today. Such a message of whatever you go through in life, you can make it with God. You can make it. God is a restorer, a deliverer. And we just want to welcome back Lashae Wallace. Welcome back, Lashae. She has been on here. We've been talking about her book, and we've been talking about her pastor. Then we went into talking about her brother and how inspiring her brother is, and he has changed so many lives in the world, and may he just continue to live on his legacy. And Lashae family just seems so amazing, and they have a scholarship. We'll include that information. And so Lashae, so your books, these 4 books, 4 powerful, wonderful books about just God and overcoming. And so what would you like someone to know about your books?
Just, I want them to get to know Jesus really through my books. That's the main thing, to, spread the gospel through my testimony, because we overcome by the blood of the Lamb and the word of our testimony. So I just, honestly, to give God glory. I always say that God used my tears to water my dreams. That's a quote that I love saying all the time. He has definitely used the broken pieces in me and mended them and made made it to be a blessing. So, and my favorite scripture is Romans 12:21. Do not be overcome by evil, but overcome evil with good. And I remember just kind of opening the Bible anywhere and reading that, and I fell in love with the scripture. I fell in love because the word is alive and active and is sharper than a double-edged sword. And it's just really penetrated my heart and allowed me to just be healed from any kind of brokenness I was going through. And so in return, I just want to say what God did for me, he can definitely do for you. And it's true, your faith will heal you. Faith will move mountains. It really, and you only need faith the size of a mustard seed. That's it. So keep the faith. If I haven't learned anything, if anything, just keep the faith no matter what. And in your testing, your hard trials, because consider it pure joy.
Yes. And I just want to say I had been, just over my life being diagnosed with a mental illness, and I received 38 stitches in my face. And I just want to say when I was reading your book and it was saying just even what you just said now, just keep the faith, and your faith will heal you and your faith will restore you. And that just spoke so deeply to me, and reading your book, I remember we were at a cabin in the Dells and I was starting to read your book, and I was just at a moment of just going through life. And it sort of brought me, not that I'm not close to God, I am a woman of God, but it sort of brought me back to God. Wow, God, I need to, just focus on you and worship you and honor you. And just know that you are God. And I just thank you. I thank you for that. And where can people purchase your books?
So they can go on my website, www.lashaewallace.com, LASHAEWALLACE.com. They're on Amazon as well.
People will definitely be blessed by your book and by your words and how you write. And 4 books. I'm still trying to write my first one, right? Yes. Season of Purpose. Yes. Please purchase these books. They are so awesome and you will truly be blessed to your heart. Oh my God. So we just want to also mention for your brother, the scholarship that people where can they include the scholarship information? Where can they do the scholarship or find out more or give to the scholarship?
At the University of South Carolina in Aiken, South Carolina. They could just write a check in honor of Theron Wallace Memorial Scholarship Fund in Psychology. Or I'll give a number that you can call and pay on a secure credit card line.
Awesome. Well, thank you. Is there anything else that you want to add? Anything else that you want to say as we wrap up?
Just be encouraged. God has a plan far greater than any of the pain that you've been facing. Just continue just to stand strong, keep going, because somebody is depending on you to do what God called you to do. So I'm just blessed to be here. I'm blessed to be able to share my story. I'm blessed to be in your presence. And, I thank God. I give him all the glory. To Jesus be the glory for everything. Over my brother's life and my family, everything. So I just want to say thank you. Thank you for this opportunity just to be able to share a little bit of my heart.
Oh, well, thank you for sharing your heart. And it has truly blessed my heart and has encouraged my heart and makes me want to go further in life and further in God and further in just doing the right thing, just doing the right thing and sort of staying motivated in that. And I just want to thank you for coming on the show. Author of 4 books, please check them out. And we will hoping to see you next time on Still Standing.